Hey, thank you again. Thank you. Give me the clap. Like you audience, thank you for the audience. Thank you for the clapping. Thank you for the applause. Welcome back to the Library Paradise with me, Michael, who has recovered. Today, what I want to talk about is Detox. If you're thinking about going to Detox, I have to recommend that is a great idea. It is a great place to start. It is a great place to get clean. You have medical professionals looking over you. No, it's almost like exhaling after holding your breath in for so long. It's comfortable, it's safe. You have medical professionals looking over you, making sure that you are taken care of. If this is your first time going to Detox, do not be nervous. I will try to explain as much as I can about what happens. I want to go over what Detox is, what you should expect, and how it's different from rehab. First things first, you are going to need medical insurance. So make sure that you have your medical insurance card. But the good news is, throughout the years, I've had different insurances, and I have never been rejected once, as long as I did have insurance. But as long as you have insurance, it should not be a problem to get into Detox. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic that we are currently in, and I'm not talking about COVID, I'm talking about the addiction pandemic, there might be a wait. Sometimes it could be 1, 2, or 3 days. Other times it could be up to 2 weeks that you're waiting because all the beds are filled. There are a lot of people are looking for help. So try to plan accordingly. What I mean by that is you might have to look after yourself to make sure that you don't go through withdrawals until then. And try to time it perfectly so that you won't have to experience any physical withdrawal. Because physical withdrawal is brutal, torturous, horrible, nightmarish. Did I mention torturous? Withdrawal is terrible. I just want to go over that if you are addicted to alcohol or benzos or benzodiazepine, like Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, be careful with alcohol and benzodiazepines because those withdrawals can be fatal. Now, that's not saying that any other form of withdrawal is any less harmful, because any withdrawal is nightmarish, brutal, horrendous, painful, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. That is how bad withdrawals are. So when people only say it's like the flu, they have no idea what they're talking about. It's like the flu if the flu was hell. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to go over is what you could bring. Now, I think you can only bring 1 or 2 pieces of clothing, like 1 or 2 bottoms, 1 or 2 tops. Make sure they're comfortable, like sweatpants or shorts. Bring a t-shirt and a long sleeve sweatshirt just in case it's cold. Sometimes I got the AC blasting in there. Now, when you first go in there, they're going to go through everything. They got to make sure that you're not bringing in any contraband, which is warranted because, well, we're addicts. And, you know, we like to try to get away with a few things here and there. So, they will go through your bag. They will go through your personal belongings. Now, that's okay. They're just doing their job. You will have to strip down, get naked, squat, and cough to make sure that you're not hiding anything up your bum. Believe it or not, some people do that. I have been to detoxes where you could where people go in there for the wrong reasons. Now, do not be nervous about going to Detox. If it's your first time, your second time, maybe it's your 12th time, don't be nervous. It is a place of comfort. It is a place of professionalism. It's a place of safety. You don't have to worry about paying anybody back. You don't have to worry about not getting your drugs and possibly going through withdrawals. It is a very comforting place. Now, if you're beginning again, and this isn't your first rodeo and you're going back to Detox, sometimes we're like, our beginning looks the same. Nothing's going to change if it looks the same. Beginnings do look the same, and that is okay. The beginning is a blank palette. The beginning looks the same. That's for all of us, and that's okay. So don't get overwhelmed if you think you're going to be ending up the same way because you have the same beginning. That's not true. We all start out at the beginning. So it's similar. The beginning's always going to look similar, all right? It's once we continue on and start making choices that possible futures branch out. But at the beginning usually looks the same. So don't get overwhelmed and nervous if your beginning looks the same as it always has. The beginning looks the same all the time. So that's, I just want to give you some comfort so that you're not nervous. You pass the search and you're wondering what happens in detox. So in detox, every day is practically the same thing over and over again, which is okay. You're there to catch up on your rest, get weaned off your drug that you're physically addicted to taper off the drug that you're physically addicted to start getting your nutrition back into a healthy habit by eating. If you're like me, when you relapse or when you're using drugs, you tend to lose weight. But even if you, or the opposite, and you gain weight, this is a perfect chance to get a new diet. Detox is a place to reboot and restart again. Okay, so every day you get medicine twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. All right, you get 3 meals and you get a snack at nighttime. Throughout the day, there's some meetings. There's things like arts and crafts. They don't allow you to exercise because they don't want anybody's testosterone going off the roof. They don't offer any caffeine either because that's a drug. The point of detox is to taper you off the drug you are addicted to so that you can leave detox, not physically addicted, with no risk at going through withdrawals. Although, if you had a heavy addiction, there is a possibility of residual withdrawals, but they're very acute, so they are manageable. Out of all the times I've been to detox, which is more than I would like to admit, only once did I have residual withdrawals. And that was a time that the detox I went to decided to use Suboxone to wean me off of opiates instead of the typical methadone that most detoxes wean you off of opiates with. Depending on where you go, depends on which pharmaceuticals they use to taper you off of whatever drug you're addicted to. Now, usually when you're in detox, everybody is starting to feel great and brand new. Some people still feel like crap. So there's going to be a mixture of emotions there. Now, my recommendation after doing this for so long is a lot of people are going to ask for your phone number. They want to be friends. I have to recommend saying no, or say yes, but don't have any intention of calling them when you get out, because you're here to start a brand new life. So you don't want to start off the same way you always started off by hanging out with people going through the same things. One of the quotes I have heard before is, 2 dead batteries can't start a car. So you are both in the same predicament. I highly recommend don't making any friends. You're there for a purpose, and that is to get cleaned up. It never works out. So one last chance of relapsing. So I have to recommend don't make long-term friendships at these places. The other thing is they have meetings all day long. Go to the meetings. They take notice if you don't go to the meetings because they are optional. But if you don't go to the meetings, that says something. Are you suffering from something else like depression? So they will take notice if you don't go to the meetings. So going to the meetings shows that you're making progress. So go to the meetings. And also, listen to everything. Now, not every piece of information is going to be on point. Reality is that some people are full of crap. So make sure you research the research you research, and make sure that after you listen to what you listen to, double check it, research it, make sure it's right. And that's about it, I think. It's a place to catch up on rest. It's a place to taper off the drugs you are physically addicted to. It's a place to get your nutrition and your eating habits back on point. I recommend bringing a blank notebook. I recommend bringing some books to read. Detox only lasts anywhere from 3 to 7 days, maybe 10 days. Now, when you're finished with detox, they're going to set up a plan for you to go into a rehab facility. This is not mandatory, okay, unless you're legally bound to go to these places. But if you're going there voluntarily, you're not obligated to go anywhere afterwards. Now, with that being said, yes, you should continue your help by going to a 28-day rehab right after the detox. But it's not mandatory. But I suggest you do. And the difference between detox and rehab is detox is where you go to taper off of your physical dependency. Rehab is a place where you learn how to transition back into the real world. Rehab is usually 28 days. Detox is usually 3 to 7 to 10 days. So if you have any other questions, you can email me. Again, I'm just trying to share my story and what I've been through to help anybody still struggling. I just want to try to share some truth, what really happens behind closed doors. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You have my website, it's underneath, and I'm rooting for you. Addicts have a lot to offer. So once we learn how to harness our abilities and take back control of our lives, we're going to have a lot to offer. So I've been there. What one fool can do, another can do. Good luck, and hit me up if you ever need me. Thank you.